This is my 1972 Gran Torino Sport that I have done a 6-year restoration with my father. I mean, it's been the best part of my life I've gotten to do, and the fact that I did it with my father means the world to me. I grew up in New Cumberland, Pennsylvania, near Harrisburg, and my dad would always tell me stories about growing up, and when he was 16, he got a 1972 Gran Torino like mine from a family friend of his. It was red, had a black vinyl top, black interior, and he'd tell me the stories of driving this car around, and I knew from that moment I needed to have a car like that. We had found two cars, two 1972 Torinos, one red, one green, in Virginia, and my goal originally was to make one car from that. And it was a few years going, and nothing had really come up. You can't buy many body panels for these cars, so it's tough. I was on Marketplace one day, and there was a very weird little ad that popped up, and it was very like, you couldn't see many of the pictures, you couldn't see much of the car, and Dad went out and looked at it. It was in Pittsburgh. It was in a one-car garage on the side of a hill, and Dad calls me in the middle of class, and he goes, Luke, he's like, this is the one. When he told me that he thought it was the one, I was like, okay, I gotta make my way out. We went out there and I looked at the car and I fell in love instantly. I knew that that was the car that I needed to have. It had a 460 in it at the time. The interior was ripped up. When we first got it, these were some of the first photos we took. That was of the old 460 cubic inch V8 that was in it. You can see how dirty it was. It was missing carburetor, air cleaner. The interior all ripped up. It was dirty, it was moldy, disgusting. Like I said, it had sat in that barn since 95, or that garage since 95. And that was it. After we loaded up on the trailer, we went and got lunch, and
Nice.
I just had to get a photo by it. And as soon as we got it home, I went and washed it because I just couldn't sit there and look at it all dirty. I remember I didn't sleep much that night. I was cleaning and trying to make it look nice.
Oh, there you go.
Dad came home the one day and I had taken the bumpers off the car and I was waxing behind there, and I was cleaning bolts.
What engine do you have in it now?
So this is a 429 cubic inch V8 out of a 69 Thunderbird. I wanted to look like a factory option car. This car is originally a 400 cubic inch, and the 400 was gone. And because it had the big block mounts and everything, I wasn't gonna go back to a small block. I was gonna keep it, but I wanted to make it look as if it were a real original 429 car, more like a tribute.
Gotcha.
So that's still the 460 after we had cleaned it up, got it going. Was there pictures there? Yep, so there was getting this first stripe on it.
Nice.
And the carpet, which you can't see too much, but kind of a dark photo.
Yeah.
And then there was after we reupholstered the seats, and you can see it's all this really light tone color. It was the wrong look. And there I was redoing the rim blow steering wheel. So a little bit about the rim blow. The horn is the actual rim of the steering wheel. It's one whole horn. It sucks if you're making a turn and you grab that wheel to get to you.
It happens to me on my 70. I have a Mach 1, and it does it all the time,
And then there is the interior after we got it done. Wow. And you can see is we actually dyed the outer edges of the seat to make it look like the factory two-tone. Oh, cool. Just because getting the original style upholstery for this car, you can't really find much. There was me and Dad. We were working on the carpets. We were doing wiring behind the back seat.
Cool.
And
that's it.
And there was it. And then I had a hit and run incident. We were going to a car show, and we get there and we just had our daily driving cars, and all that was there was classic muscle cars. And they were like, Luke, go home, get the Torino, bring it. And I'm like, okay, I'll go do that. So I drive the 10 minutes home, I go get it, and there's a four-way, and I made it out past the four-way, and I'm going up, and there's a black sedan coming down. And I look down, I turn the radio on, I look back, and he's completely in my lane. And to avoid it, I swerved, I held on the horn, and I took out two mailboxes. He pushed me over too much, and he realized last second, and it would have either been a head-on collision or took out the two mailboxes. I chose the latter, and so I had to have body work done. And there was already things that needed done. There was bubbling up on the roof, bubbling on the corner, because the gentleman laid a blanket over it, and the humidity. So you can see we had to take it all down. We feathered the edges out.
Nice. Great.
So here you are. This is after we did the upholstery work. We redid the dash, redid the steering wheel, carpet, headliner. What's funny though is the back seat's actually still the original material.
Oh yeah?
It was just in such nice condition, we didn't feel the real need to have to replace it.
Right. Yeah, if you can keep it original, right?
Why not?
I love how you dyed the seats like you had said. That looks great.
Yeah, I mean, I was so happy with how that turned out when we did that. That was Dad's idea.
Nice.
To do that, and we masked off the pleats and we did it.
Nice.
Yep, so that's a 429 cubic inch V8 out of a 69 Thunderbird. Would be the 429 Thunderjet is what they called it. I had a engine detonation on the turnpike near Carlisle, which resulted in needing to replace the engine. It was the day after Christmas, and we were driving up to see family in Altoona, Pennsylvania, and I had just passed a semi, and I was on the phone with Dad, and I had just got off the phone telling him how great the car is running and how amazing it's doing, and all of a sudden I just heard a loud bang, and then smoke came out of the crevices of the hood through the scoop, and the rear locked, and so then I went into a 180 spin, and Dad was in front of me in his Navigator, and he watched the whole thing from the rear view.
Boy, that's scary.
It was, and next thing I avoided the median, I avoided the guardrail, and I was blocking both lanes on the turnpike, holding up traffic.
Oh my gosh.
I get out, I race to pop open the hood, make sure nothing's on fire. Not that I had a fire extinguisher at the time in the car.
Right.
And Dad runs over and he's like, get back in, we have to move this car off the side of the road. And I get back in, the radio's still playing, and this is the ironic part, it was playing AC/DC's Highway to Hell.
Oh, there you go.
And so
That's funny.
it was kind of insult to injury.
How important do you think carrying the legacy for the young, with your generation with these older cars?
Very important. You know, these cars, we need to keep them going. This is our history. This is, you know, you have many people that save the Model A's, Model T's, but there's oddball cars out there that need to be saved and preserved. Like you see the Mustangs, you see the Camaros, you see Corvettes, and there's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, Torinos, you don't see something as much like that. And that's another reason why I fell in love with the look of this car. It's an aggressive, it's the last run at the true muscle cars, in my personal opinion, before the smog era and all the emissions and safety regulations came into play. I actually work at a restoration shop in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and we specialize in 30s, 40s Buicks. So a little different from the personal car that I have, which is a Ford, and I get teased a little bit about having a Ford at a Buick place, but we have over 200 cars on site and we do all restorations. And I think it's super important that we keep carrying that torch.
How important is it for this next generation to keep this thing going?
It's very important. Every car show we go to, Ford Nationals, Ocean City, Maryland, here people walk up and say, oh my God, he's that young and he loves this old of a vehicle. And he does. He sees, we go to junkyards, we look at older cars, and he looks and he sees the potential in every car. Every car could be saved.
I don't think about it at times, and people will say, he's like, you must feel so proud about this, and I am. And it's when I'm looking at the car and I'm looking at the surroundings and the other cars it's around or the accolades it achieves, and I realize, I'm like, I really have done something amazing with my father and just everything I've gotten to do, and I'm very proud of that.
I'm very proud. When he was younger, I never thought that he would be into cars, so I've had a great amount of time spending with him, bringing this back to life.
How emotional is that as a dad?
If I didn't have my glasses on, you might see the eyes watering up a little bit right now because it brings a lot of emotion inside.
I'm proud. I'm very proud. It's something that I was able to accomplish with my father, and that means the world to me more than anything.